Boom, baby. We are back once again. I'm not going to say we bring the boom because that's one of the cringiest songs of all time. Actually, Bro told me he listens to that song on repeat in the mornings to get hyped up. But anyway, guys, we appreciate y'all for stopping by and popping in with us on this fine Final Four Saturday. That's right, guys. I need to fix it. I feel like it's like on top of my head right now. I'm still trying to get used to my new digs here, guys, in my new crib. But you know what? We'll get used to it, and we'll keep rocking with winning Bix here. Bro, I know you smacked them last night. Tell us people how you did yesterday.
Yeah, we had a great day. We went 6-2, up over 6 units on the day because a lot of our plays were plus money. We had some batter props we hit that were plus money. We told you guys take Jose Ramirez to hit a dinger, and he hit 3 of them, which is insane.
Wait, he hit 3
home runs last night.
Bro, he's on my fantasy team. Maybe I'm back in the lead because I had Tanner Houck get me negative, or Merrill Kelly get me negative 22 on Thursday night. So we got to get back in it somehow.
Yeah, bro, you might be sitting pretty. I mean, he played a hell of a game. He really, really played well. And we're looking to duplicate that success in the MLB today. We got some MLB plays for you. I promised the people that tuned in today that we were going to give away home run props. I have 2 home run props for you guys in the MLB. And of course, we're going to break down the Final Four. T, how are you doing on this Saturday? How is your weekend going? What's up, brother?
Man, we're doing good, bro. Yesterday we went 4-0-1 on the day. We pushed the San Francisco Giants -1. You know what? I won't complain about that one at all. At least I finally was kind of on the winning end of like an extra innings or something like that and didn't lose. So we'll take it. And then, man, we swept the board in NBA. I was going to take the Warriors, but I was already 4-0 by the time they announced their injury report. So I was like, why would I take another pick here and risk ruining my sweep? The Warriors kicked ass too. So we were with the shit yesterday, man. Yesterday I had the over in the Red Sox game hitting like the 4th inning. That was a great feeling. I swear, bro, that brought the vibes. Then we had the Phillies Billy line. Full card sweep was on. Not throwing shade his way or anything, but he was like, bro, are you seriously against the hottest team in the NBA with Oklahoma City Thunder? I was like, bro, I just can't get to this number. I was like, it should be 2.5. They're taxing the fuck out of it. And I took the Rockets and they kicked the Thunder's ass yesterday. So that was a good one. And then, we took the Kings -11, guys. Y'all got to look at these NBA teams that have given up, but I swear they're overtaxing it. Like today, the 76ers are catching 16 points. Like, I still want to take it, but I feel like it's just at this point, like it was 14.5 this morning, and I was like, maybe 16. I just can't get there. But yeah, dude, we're doing great, bro. It's the Final Four Saturday, bro. It's going to be a great day today. We got a max play going off, guys. We're going to give you all free plays today. We're going to break down some MLB, maybe quick NBA. Then me and Bro are going head-to-head in a Final Four game. We're going to break the other game down for y'all as well. So we got a lot cooked up, man. This is a great Saturday to be alive. I know we missed the show yesterday, but we're back here today for the bigger day. We figured it mattered more to y'all today. You know what I mean? And also, bro, I got to say this, man. Can we get every Friday like that where there's like 10 MLB games on during the day?
Oh, can we? Seriously, please. It was just great. It felt like the weekend started immediately. After my plays were done, it was like, plays, go get lunch really quick. Boom. Games are on. Life is in full freaking motion. And it was just a great day. Before I knew it, it was over. And we were swimming in dubs.
Nah, bro, that's the way to do it. Like, bro was like, I only got 1 play left at night, and he was already clapping cheeks. So, y'all know, I hope he was clapping both types of cheeks, but I know he was clapping the bookies' cheeks. So that's all that really matters right there, guys. With all that being said, guys, let's go ahead get in the MLB. We got some early action here, bro. You want to start out since I know you got the first game up on the board?
Yeah, absolutely. I do. Well, I'm not sure if it's the first game on the board. I got the Yankees game.
Okay, I thought you were gonna, okay, yeah. I thought you were going to go to Minnesota and Houston, but yeah, if you're going to the Yankees game, fuck it, still run it first.
Yeah. I do have a play in that game. I told you guys I'm going to give you home run props. I will give you a home run prop here in a minute, but I do want to give you the straight play first, and I think locking it in now before the public better gets to it because they're moving through the slate now is probably going to be beneficial for you. I like the Yankees on the money line, okay? I like the Yankees on the money line today. They crush lefties. They're leading the league with 11 home runs against lefties. They're batting .310 with a .736 slug against lefties this year. Last year, Bailey Falter pitched against the Yankees just once, and he didn't make it out of the 4th inning. He got absolutely lit up, and I don't see anything changing. I just don't see anything changing. On top of that, the conditions for this game are in the Yankees' favor without question. Wind blowing out to left field, like and it's nice and warm. The ball's gonna fly. I just really, really like the Bombers here. And you've seen in situations like last year, we backed the Phillies, the Yankees, the Guardians early, favorites when they're hot. Teams that can get going and have momentum seemingly right off the bat are teams you want to back right away until the market basically taxes you out of them. And I still think Yankees on the money line today at minus 155 is a really, really good play. So Yankees money line minus 155, 1.6 units. We lock that in. T, I don't know if you have a play in this game or not, but do you have any opinion on that game, that play? And I know you also have an MLB lock for the folks as well.
Yeah, I agree with everything you said. I kind of like the over here just to add a little more
Yeah.
to you versus the Yankees versus lefties. They are third in batting average this season against lefties. I think you said they're hitting like 308, so that puts them third. Only the Phillies and Toronto are batting better against lefties right now. Then also, too, in terms of striking out, I mean, dude, Pittsburgh is struggling right now at the dish. Pittsburgh's currently fourth in strikeouts in the last 7 days, and I know season long it's just as bad. So Pittsburgh is striking out a shit ton here. That's good for Marcus Stroman. He should be able to knife through this lineup and get a couple extra strikeouts in there, and that's going to be good for the Yankees. I couldn't talk you out of this one. Travis, for whatever reason, your message is like not populating, but we appreciate you popping in here and bringing the vibes this morning. Travis is always bringing us good vibes, whether we're on a winning streak or a losing streak. We're hot right now, boys. Guys, if you click the link in my bio right now, I'm running a $10 weekend special. You get my max play, get all my plays for the entire weekend, and I'm throwing in Monday plus the national championship, all for $10. So click that link, get in there, and if you want to get daily free plays, go on SoBet, use code TP3, code BROBRO, and you can even get our VIPs on there as well if you want to get a month for both of us. It's $100 to get us both. No better combo in sports betting than TP3 and BroBro. Y'all know, y'all saw what we did last time. We're doing it again today, but let me give y'all a free pick here. We went with plus money yesterday. I told y'all the line was all over the Phillies. They were going to give the Dodgers their first loss of the season. And you know what? I'm going to go back to a play I liked yesterday and stayed away. And I'm going to back them here today. We're going to rock with the Toronto Blue Jays. I mean, the Blue Jays are fourth in batting average right now. Now keep looking down, guys. I'm looking down at my other computer. This computer gets all like slow and shit when I try to pull stuff up. They're ninth in runs scored on the season. They're not really striking out a lot as they're in the bottom half of the league in that, and they're getting a lot of walks as well. You look at the Mets right now, guys, the Mets are not hitting the baseball very well. The Mets are 29th in batting average. So we have a massive split here between both teams. I looked through yesterday's box score, and when you look at the box score, both teams had 4 hits, or it was either 4 or 5 hits. Both teams had like 3 or 4 walks. So both teams had the same amount of base runners, yet they won 4 or 5-0 because the Mets hit a 2-run homer and then hit a bunch of doubles with runners on base. So they basically just got extra base hits at the right times and pulled away and won the game. I like the fact Toronto was shut out yesterday. They're still playing well. And the fact they're still top 10 runs scored with getting shut out in that sample that I'm using in the last 8 days is a good sign for their offense here. I think they can hit Griffin Canning, guys. There's a reason why we call him Griffin Gas Canning. There's a reason why every single time he pitched last season, we faded him. There's a reason why he was 9th in walks last season in the entire MLB. He's not a good pitcher, and the Mets have injuries in their rotation. Montas and one other guy, I can't remember who it was. I think Quintana left. It was one of the guys from last year's rotation are not healthy right now, so they're starting these guys who shouldn't be starting. And Toronto has a pretty decent lineup. I mean, they add Jimenez in there, a couple other guys. I think, yes, sir, Vinny, we're putting those fucking bad beats behind us, man, and getting some good ones. So they're going to have a lot of good matchups here. And here's the last part I like. Chris Bassett, he pitched for the Mets in 2022. That season, he had a 4.90 ERA on the road. But when he pitched at home, he had a 2.95 ERA, and he was better in the daytime, too. We'll back him here. Give me the Blue Jays on the money line, plus 115. I love my underdogs. I think DeGrom will probably get it done today, but I don't know. I just don't see a ton of an edge in that game, but I will say the pitching edge is in favor of DeGrom. So if you want to back him, I'd probably look towards him in the first 5 innings. Tampa Bay, for what it's worth, actually has a little bit of an edge at the plate right now. Tampa Bay is top 10 in batting average. They're 9th, but they're also playing outdoors in that humid stadium. Any thoughts on that game, bro?
Rangers, Rays, or whatever? You know, not really. No. I almost kind of I like the under, but yeah, I don't really know. I didn't cap it extensively, so I don't want to lead anybody astray here.
Same. Yeah, I kind of got
Yep.
priced out of that one. Another interesting one I know a lot of people are going to ask us about here is the Phillies. Aaron Nola versus Sasaki, and both guys got lit up in their first start of the season. Aaron Nola's typically been a huge home road split pitcher where he pitches a lot better at home than on the road. I will say, though, Conforto and Rojas were the top two hitters today versus pitching matchups. Then Mookie Betts was also top 10, and another Dodgers hitter was also top 10 matchups here against the pitcher. But the Phillies still are number one in batting average, batting 305 in the last 8 days. Runs wise, they're sitting at 12th, and the Dodgers are at 7th, but the Dodgers are 14th in batting average. The Phillies are last in striking out, meaning they're striking out the least, and they're walking 10th most as well. Dodgers are striking out a decent bit, and they're not really walking that much as they're 18th. I lean the Phillies here, but I mean, it's like I said yesterday, guys, a lot of the cap was the fact that I'm getting plus money on a top 5 team in baseball at home with a little bit better pitcher, with a team with a bad split against lefties, with better batting average. Like everything was on the Phillies in that game. This game, I think, is a little more of a toss-up, so I'll stay away. What do you think about this game, bro?
I couldn't agree more with everything you just said. 100%. One of my favorite things about the Cubs and the Phillies yesterday, it was their first home games, and their teams had yet to play on the road.
Yeah.
Their opponents, right? So a lot of different adjustment, undefeated teams going on the road for the first time. You can't win all of the games. They're going to lose eventually, and the spot was right. Luzardo looked outstanding yesterday and just kind of reinforced what we were saying in our write-ups, that this kid is a great pitcher and just never got run support. Like, you get him on a good team, this kid he's going to be huge for them down the stretch. Couldn't agree more with you there. I would have to take the Dodgers. Like, if you told me, hey, what's the play, I would have to take the Dodgers at plus money, but I don't want any part of this game.
Yeah, I would probably take the Phillies. That's just because, like, it's like a 60% of the way there play for me on the Phillies. But like I said, the other 40% on the Dodgers. The Phillies were like top 5 in runs. I would probably say, fuck it, let's take the Phillies here. But because they're not, we'll pass that game. I mean, it's definitely an interesting game. It's going to be probably the best game to watch on the entire slate. Let's see. I don't think there's really too much else interesting in the MLB. One other game I did look into was taking San Francisco money line here. Seattle. Y'all know how I feel about Seattle's bats. Seattle's 28th the last 7 days in batting average, but they're dead last against righties, but they're 16th against lefties. Robbie Ray's a lefty here. Maybe over 7.5 is the right play in that game. I'll stay away from that one. Any other game you want to talk about, bro?
No specific games, but I made a promise to all that are tuning in. T, how many people we got on the show right now?
We got 93.
Wow. 93 people I made a promise to that I'd give away home run props. This is an incredible number. We are 3-6 on home run props, up 3.5 units on the season so far. So we're hitting at a good rate. I got 2 home run props we hit yesterday. I told you guys to take Jose Ramirez for a nuke. He hit freaking 3 of them. Before we get to the home run plays, though, this is not an ad. If you have not tried this, go to your store and get it. The vitamin watered blue. You remember those blue freaking popsicles when you were a kid?
Yeah.
If you like blue summer pops, oh my gosh. It is the epitome of refreshing. It's electric. It's great. All right. No ads here, but listen, vitamin water. Give me a call. Anyways, 2 home run props that I really, really like. We have Jose Altuve to hit a home run today against the Twins. Now, couple of reasons I really, really like this play. Few reasons. One, Altuve went 0 for yesterday with 5 strikeouts. If I know anything about this guy, he's a very prideful guy. He takes a lot of pride in how he plays. He's going to want to bounce back. He is not going to let people talk about him, saying he's trash, this, that, the other. And I think he's going to have a great game in response to a terrible one yesterday. Now, he has great numbers against Bailey Ober. He has 9 at-bats against him, rather. He has only 2 hits, but guys, both of those hits are home runs. Both of them. So I really like Altuve in a situation where also wind is blowing out into left field. Jose Altuve is a righty. That gives him the opportunity to maybe open up on one and pull it over the third baseman's head, catch the wind, and just ride it over the fence. And Altuve is plus 11 hundo. So there's a lot of squeeze there. Second, we're going to the Yankees game, and we're going to take Anthony Volpe. Anthony Volpe for a home run, plus 950. A lot more of the same. You look at Volpe against lefties. He's actually never – he has one at-bat against the pitcher that is going for the Pirates, Falter, but it was a walk, okay? So technically no at-bats. That said, against lefties this season, he has 11 at-bats. He has 4 hits. He has a double and 2 home runs.
Okay.
Again, he's a righty. Wind is blowing out into left field. Same situation. I think he's using those torpedo bats. I think he puts the barrel on one and pew, we get a nuke-ski, and that's plus 950. Guys, I'm not giving you no fucking chichachongas. I'm not giving you no chimichangas, no cheese sauce, no fucking Shohei Ohtani, Aaron Judge home run props here. This is Jose Altuve at plus 11 hundo, Anthony Volpe at plus 950.
Altuve's plus 1100?
Yes.
All right, I'm sprinkling Altuve with you.
Yes, dude, I'm telling you.
That's worth $10 to win 110. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, I'll throw $10 on that. I like that. He actually checks out as the second best home run hitter today, like you said. I'm not gonna look. I haven't put any money on this yet, guys. Here's one that I see on the sheet right here that checks out as the top home run prop. So Ryan Mountcastle has 20 plate appearances against Michael Wacha. He's batting .421 against him.
Wow. He's
hit 3 home runs in those at-bats. So maybe there's something there. I will say it's pretty cold and there's a lot of wind blowing in. But, I mean, I'm sure Mountcastle's pretty heavy. Maybe put $5-10 on him and see what you can return on that. I'm sure the odds are pretty damn good there in favor of him. And, yeah, I really like that Altuve one. As y'all know, if you followed me last season in baseball, we bet against Bailey Ober every single time he took the mound. So I could not agree more with Bro on that one. I think that he's going to get smoked once again today. That being said, guys, NBA today, I'm going to skip over for now. I'm going to wait for injury reports to break in the NBA to see if we can't get a little more value on this card later on. I mean, Minnesota's minus 16 tonight against Philadelphia, and they're on a back-to-back. That just tells you how much Philadelphia's quit on this season. Like, we've been betting against them religiously, but I think they priced us out. We'll see what happens at this Miami-Milwaukee line. It flipped. It went to 2. Now it's back at 1. So, yeah, we'll see what like Minnesota or Memphis and Detroit is a 240.5 total. That's too high for me. Maybe Dallas and LAC will have some value. I mean, Atlanta and New York, y'all know I love early start unders, but I have no betting under, and I believe Jalen Brunson's back. So, yeah. So, let's move, though.
Really quickly, I meant to say this when I was talking about these home run props. When you take home run props, sprinkle 0.3 to 0.5 units most. And I always recommend, if you like the home run prop, to take like total bases, like 2+ total bases, or maybe hits, runs, RBIs as well. I'm not going to give you those plays. Those are over on the VIP. Do what you want with that. But if they just barely miss a home run or they're making good contact, like we have numbers that show they should hit the ball. What you really want to do is, if you're confident in their hits, runs, RBIs, or 2 bases, or whatever the case may be, you want to make sure that wager, if you win, will pay for the loss on the sprinkle of a home run. That's kind of the idea, okay? But I didn't mean to interrupt. I meant to say that, and I just completely forgot.
No, I love that. That's sharp as fuck. Also, Mountcastle's plus 1,000 to hit a home run. So.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I will say the wind's blowing out like crazy in that game, but I still think it's worth a $5-10 sprinkle. I mean, you sprinkle 5, you get $50. Not a bad bet. All right, guys, let's get into it here, man. We got 2 games tonight. We got Auburn versus Florida. We got Duke versus Houston. First game up here on the slate, guys. We're going to go Auburn versus Florida here. The spread's currently 2.5 in favor of the Gators. The total is dropped from 161.5 to 159.5. What are you doing here, bro?
Well, it's a shame that we're going against each other here. It is, but it's one of us is going to win. One of us is going to win. And it brings, I think it brings great, not only comedy, but great entertainment value to the show. I'm taking Florida here, and I have a couple of points and reasons why I'm taking Florida. Florida, first of all, beat this Auburn team by double digits at Auburn, and Florida wasn't even fully healthy. Now, some may point to that and say, well, why the fuck is the line plus 2.5 then? Great point. honestly don't have an answer for that. That said, I don't think Braum, if we're talking about health, I don't think Braum or Baker Mazzaro is fully healthy. Either Braum's the biggest fucking embellisher, actor, fucking pussy I've ever seen play basketball, or he's hurt. But literally, it looked like he had 2 or 3 season-ending injuries in their last game against Michigan State. What the fuck was that? Anyways, I don't think he's healthy. Auburn has shown they have problems with physical teams that can offensively rebound the ball. Texas A&M, Michigan, Creighton. That's exactly what Florida can do. They're very physical. They can offensively rebound the ball. They get on the glass. Florida beat the 2-time national championship. They blew out Maryland, who people had in the Final Four of the Elite Eight. And they overcame a tough defeat against Texas Tech where they shot the ball terribly. That was the game they were going to lose. If they were going to lose a game, in my opinion, it was there. They shot like shit. They could have gave up, and they didn't. I will say this. Auburn struggled against Creighton, Michigan, and they didn't look great against Michigan State either. They fouled a ton in all of those games. Florida can get to the line very well, and they shoot free throws really well. And this is my final point.
Yeah.
If you put this Auburn team down 8 with a minute fucking 43 seconds left or whatever it was, they're quitting. They're raging. They're getting technical fouls. They're crying and whining and moping. They're not coming back and winning this game. Don't forget, this Auburn team got in a fucking fight with each other on an airplane, tens of fucking thousands of feet in the air. Don't care about their own lives. Let's beat the shit out of each other in an airplane. It's a me team with a great coach. I will give credit to Bruce Pearl. He's a God follower, a God preacher. He's a Jesus first guy and a great leader that has great relationships with his kids. That right there, when I remember that, I was like, nope. Push comes to shove. These kids, they don't give a fuck about each other, and Florida does. Florida minus 2.5. T, I know you're on the other side. Hit me with your best shot.
Hey, man, I got to take Auburn here. So, first of all, this is kind of a principle of betting for me. I'm taking them on the money line plus 130. Y'all can have the points. Look, I took Florida in the first matchup. I thought 11.5 points was ridiculous. I thought the spread should have been 4.5. And when I look at this game again, I think this is just an insane number to flip this line. So, first of all, Florida did come on strong, and history is kind of against Florida here. Teams that are over 30-1 to win the national championship have not won it, I think, in over 60 years. And so history is against Florida here for that reason, but that doesn't even part of my cap really here. So I look at Auburn. Auburn dominated college basketball all season long with and without Janai Broome. They really didn't slip up till the end of the season, and their only losses were to Duke and Florida before that, 2 teams that made it to the Final Four, so it's not like they're bad losses. Now, Auburn had been an underdog one time all season long, and that was against Alabama, and they kicked Alabama's ass in that game. They won that game by 10 points, and at the end of the season when they had nothing to play for was when they started losing games. I think this Auburn team lost focus a little bit, and they've refound focus. Now, they played with their food against Alabama State. They played with their food against Creighton. They played with their food against Michigan State and Michigan. But I will say, actually, Michigan State, they really didn't play with their food. They were up by 10 points the entire game till the end of the game where they started fouling. And then at that point, it was just like they just kind of fucked off and kind of let Michigan State make it closer than it was. But that was a 12 to 10 point game the entire game. Then you look at the other games. It was like Auburn locked in with about 10 minutes to go in all those games and went on a run and put the game away. Their defense was devastating. Bruce Pearl kind of figured out what the other team wanted to do. He figured out what their second half adjustment was, and he adjusted to it. After that under 10 timeout, every single time they kicked the other team's ass, including a 26-4 run against Michigan. I think this Auburn team's three-point shooting is going to be devastating. They can match Florida's three-point shooting. And Florida struggled inside with Toppin and Williams in that Texas Tech game. I mean, they should have lost to UConn. I think it says a lot they were able to find out ways to lose those games, but respectively, those teams are not Auburn here. Auburn was ranked number 1 the majority of the season here. I just think the spread in this game should be Auburn minus 2.5. The fact I'm getting 2.5 points here in a plus 130 money line, I have to bet it here. And I mean, Auburn is dominated the SEC all season long. The fact they're only an underdog one time is pretty crazy here. I think this line is a total over adjustment here. Florida surged at the right time, but Florida, like I said, hasn't been impressive in this tournament. We'll back Auburn in this game to get it done. It's just a play I have to make based off how I've capped games and how I bet.
No, I mean, listen, here's the cool thing. Obviously, one of us is going to be wrong, but at the same time, we have compelling arguments that are backed by immense amounts of data. Like, in either way you look at it, like, you can't say that we don't know ball or that we didn't look at the game and be able to find angles to really be able to have confidence in. And if you're watching from home, I mean, this is just an example, one, of how different cappers have different styles and different things that they look for. But two, even on a losing play, you want your capper to be able to provide you with data, information, and a reason why they're taking the play, not just, hey, here, Florida, they're the best team in the country, or Auburn, Bruce Pearl's the best coach in the country. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So I really appreciate your breakdown, and you made a lot of really great points.
Nah, same to you, bro definitely, like, there's no guesswork here, as y'all can tell. We put the work in. I will say this. Bro told me back, it was when Florida and UNC played each other before Florida was even hyped up, and we both took the over in that game. And we were both, bro was like, I was like, bro, what am I missing here? Is Florida not one of the best teams in the country? And he said, Florida's my pick to win the national championship. That was in December. And here we are. Florida's here in the Final Four. So I told y'all guys, Bro is the godfather of college basketball. Custom says he's taking Auburn first half. Florida UC plus money play, and not a bad one at all. Let's see here. What is JJ Dempsey saying? Florida's different this year. Everything you're saying is true. Got a great argument, but I think Florida takes it in a close game. 2.5 makes me feel like it's a 1-point game. I hope it's not a 1-point game. I'm going to be sick. I took the money line instead. To be honest with y'all, I think it's the kind of game where you bet money line either way. And, you know, if Auburn loses by 1 point, 2 points, I think you just got to throw your hands up. I think you got to take the money line here in this game for sure, either way. So, yeah, I think that's what you got to do in this one. It should be a hell of a fucking game. I think it's going to be a tight game. And honestly, too, look, I'm not saying to do this, but I don't think this is a bad game where you sit there and you watch it. If one team flashes to like 6 or 7 points live, you just bet them. And then if the other team goes up and flashes to 6 or 7 point live, you just bet the other team. Because I could see this being the kind of game, you know, where one team goes up by 6, 7, 8 points, they take a timeout, then the other team shuts them down, takes a lead, and it just goes back. I think this game's going to come down to the wire for sure. And then the second game on the slate here, Duke versus Houston. We currently have a 4 up. See, there's 4.5s, 5s, 5.5s out there. So if you want to bet Duke, go get you a 4.5. If you want to bet Houston, go get you a 5.5. Total in this game is 136.5. I do have a max play in this game. I'm not going to drop it. Like I said, if you click the link in my bio, you get my all access weekend pass for $10. But guys, I'm going to break it down for you here. Then Bro's going to give the pick, and I'm going to tell y'all why that all these things line up, and I cannot take this pick, and I can only side with Bro here in this game. So first of all, it has only happened 8 times where a team plays a home Final Four. So they're playing in their home state. Sorry, not a home game, but they play in their home state. It's happened. It's the 9th time it's happened. The other 8 times, those teams in the Final Four have won 8 out of those 9, or won 7 out of those 8 times. So only 1 loss for that team. And that'd be Houston here in this game, since this game is being played in Texas. Now, that's just one thing that's active here. Houston has only been an underdog since 2020 6 times. They're 4-2 against the spread, or 4-2 straight up, 5-1 against the spread, covering by 8.4 points per game. Something else here, a couple other things that are active in this game. My good free throw shooting trend is active here on Duke. Duke shoots over 75% from the line. Houston shoots under 75% from the line. So that would be active on Duke. That's a 61% trend. But here's a crazy trend right here. Bet teams later in the tournament with a good defense who are underdogs off a big-time win. They just held Tennessee. You have to hold a team under 60 points. They held Tennessee under 60 points, and now they're an underdog. That's Houston right here. And that's a 68% trend, 63, 29, and 1 in those games. I mean, there's a lot of other reasons. Like if you look at Bart Torvik, he has Houston ranked the #1 team on his site, and he actually makes them a slight favorite. You look at KenPom, they have the spread like at like 2.2 here. So they're definitely taxing you to bet Duke here. But here is what I have to say. I truly believe this Duke team is a generational team. If you just watch them play with your eye test, which I mean, guys, college sports is the most roster overturn. I believe in historical data a little bit more in pro sports than I do in college sports. And if you just eye test these two teams, Duke's defense is third, Houston's defense is number one in analytics. Well, Duke's offense is third and Houston's is ninth. Houston actually struggles at 2 points. They're a 3-point shooting team. I mean, you watch Duke, their worst starter, Sion James, looks like the best player on the other team. Like looks like he's better than the other team's best player. Duke has 5 players they're throwing at you. I mean, Mason Gillis can't even start for them, and he was starting on a team that lost in the national championship last year. That's how deep this team is. Caleb Foster's a 5-star, and he can barely even get on the floor. Proctor, been there, done that for this Duke team. He lost the Elite Eight last year. This team beat Houston last year, so there's a little bit of a revenge angle here. With all that being said, there is no way in hell I'm betting against Duke here in this game. I think Duke's offense, their pace is going to be too much for Houston. Houston's going to have to play at Duke's pace here. I like Duke to win this game outright. I think they cover the points. I do think they win this game by about 10 to 12 points here. I think these are the two best teams here, but I think Duke has a large gap against everyone else. So I can only bet Duke in this game, but my play is going to be on the total.
I love it. I love it. And I like where your head's at on the total as well. It's way too low. Here's what I'll say. I am not going to give you the official play, but if you put 2 and 2 together, you can make something happen. Okay, I already told you I like Florida. I will say this. I don't necessarily love laying 4.5, 5.5, 6, whatever against the Kelvin Sampson-led team that is very experienced. You have a lot of seniors. You have a lot of adults playing against kids. This is literally a grown adults versus a kids game. It's a kid superstar of the future versus a grown adults game where maybe one of their stars makes it to the NBA and like actually has serious contributions. I think all of them will make it to the NBA, but to what capacity is yet to be seen. That said, I've watched basketball for 32 fucking years of my life with my own 2 eyes here. Now, I had to get glasses because my eyes were failing me, but they still work. And I'm telling you, I know the 2 best teams when I see them. Duke is the better team. I 100% agree. It's weird. They're playing in Texas against Houston. Not very fair. I got to say, Houston has gotten a fucking cakewalk to the Final Four. They got a cakewalk. Some nobody fucking 16th ranked team, the easiest 16th ranked team. They had a play-in game to play Houston. And then Gonzaga, Purdue, and Tennessee. And I'm here to tell you, they are so lucky that Tennessee could not make a shot. Everyone wants to talk about Houston's defense. They didn't play that well. Tennessee got so many open looks and just couldn't shoot. I'm here to tell you, Duke is not going to miss those shots. The 2 best teams in the country are Florida and Duke. That's my opinion. I've seen it. I feel it in my prunes. And I think when push comes to shove, in terms of a viewership allure, I'm not saying out of all sports, I think college basketball is the least likely to be implemented by external forces. That said, or affected rather by external forces. That said, I think Duke, Florida is the most intriguing of the potential matchups that you can get. A Florida team that had been back-to-back championships, a Duke team that's been to championships, kind of rebuilt with a coach that's played on a championship team, the sensational freshman, all this stuff. I think that's where the headlines are at. So put it all together. I don't know. I'm not going to take Duke minus the points. I think they will cover, but I just respect Kelvin Sampson and this team too much. And if they are making their shots, they're going to be a tough out. If they're not, like TP3 said, it's going to be a 10 to 15 point blowout. Like if Houston can't hit their shots, it's going to be a repeat of Houston, Tennessee, except for Duke versus Houston.
Yeah, and just last point I want to make on this game here as well is, you know what the announcers kept saying when Tennessee was getting bust down by Houston is Tennessee's really lacking a big man to throw the ball into inside and get a bucket. Well, Duke's got Malwalk, who is an alley-oop machine, and they have the best, if not the second best. I mean, him and Janai Broom are a toss-up for the best big man in college hoops. I mean, obviously we know which one's to be better in the league, but I'm just saying they can throw it in and get a bucket, and they got the guard play as well. So that's what we're rocking with there, guys. We've been going on for 34 minutes strong here. We got 175 people watching us right now. We cannot thank you guys enough for stopping by, getting free picks with us today, and for participating in the chat. bro, with all this being said, man, where can they find your plays today? What do you got planned for the games tonight? People want to know, man.
Yeah, so in terms of where you can find me, first of all, follow me on social media, TikTok, Instagram. You follow me over there. I have Instagram-specific plays that are exclusive for Instagram, TikTok-specific plays that are exclusive for TikTok. Yesterday, I gave away J-Ram home run only on Instagram. It's at WhatUpBro. Find me, follow me, get over there. All my plays are on SoBet. VIP is only $50 a month. Last month, we had a great month. It was $1 a unit. Over 50 units in the month of March, so $1 a unit. Really great value. You can find that in my link tree on any of my social medias. Just go down to the bottom button. That's SoBet. In terms of what I'm doing for the game, I'm going to my favorite Italian place, Mangia Mangia. I'm getting myself their Godfather pizza and a veal cutlet sandwich. Extra fire roasted red peppers. Gonna be delicious.
Gotta have the fire roasted red peppers whenever you're eating Italian pizza. Anything without the red peppers is not even worth eating, to be honest with y'all.
For sure. What are you doing?
So first of all, guys, bro, I just volunteered you. I put in the comments to follow What Up Bro on Twitter right now. If you're not following him, follow him. He's going to drop a free play for y'all later today in the MLB on his Twitter.
Yeah.
So he is home run props for the new people in here. I know we had about 100 people come in here since we started talking about MLB. So he's going to post an MLB pick for y'all. I'm going to be posting one for y'all as well. So make sure you're following both of us on X, on Twitter, on YouTube, on Instagram, all at TP3 for me, all at What Up Bro for him. For the games today, man, I actually have to go to a birthday party at about 4:45. Yes, they will have the games on, or else I would not be attending. So I'll be watching the first game with some friends. And the second game, I'm going to go to a sports bar and catch the second one and then take my ass to bed. I got to go to church in the morning and cap games just like you. So no late nights for me tonight, guys. But that's what we're getting into tonight. We're going to cash. And if y'all want to get my $10 weekend now, click the link in my bio, guys, and get those picks. But we appreciate y'all for stopping by and watching us on this Saturday morning. We're going to be back all week next week, back to our regularly scheduled programming. I don't have to move anything next week. So we'll be back Monday through Thursday. Friday, I do have to go to a wedding out of town. So Monday through Thursday, guys, free picks, full game breakdowns. Y'all know where to find us at. Let's get some fucking money tonight. We'll